The taboo subject of marital rape is a controversial issue here in Korea, as there's still a large legal gray area on the matter. Korea Supreme Court held a public meeting on Thursday to listen to what the public and experts had to say about marital rape. Our Lee Ji-yoon tells us more.
Can a husband rape his wife? That's the question Korea's Supreme Court had to ask during a rare public meeting on Thursday. The Supreme Court only holds public meetings when trying to decide on an important case that tends to raise controversial arguments. The case was this. A husband and his wife, who married in 2001, had been going through a rough patch in their marriage. Then the husband threatened his wife with a knife and forced her to have sex with him. He did the same thing just 2 days later. Prosecutors charged the husband with rape, and the court sentenced him to 6 years in prison in the first trial, but a second court cut his sentences to 3.5 years.
We're going to discuss whether a husband forcing and threatening his wife to have sex with them can be charged with rape.
According to civil law, spouses have an obligation to live together, and sex between spouses is viewed as a natural act. However, the prosecution says although the husband has the right to request sex from his wife, he doesn't have the right to force sex with threats and violence.
The right to sexual self-determination cannot be violated even in a husband and wife relationship. Therefore, the wife should not be made an exception.
Others say because having sex is part of a married couple's relationship, the state cannot intrude into people's privacy to decide what kind of sex is forced and what is natural.
The traditional rule of law is that the state does not excessively intrude into domestic problems. It's important to protect the family's privacy.
The final verdict on this case has yet to be announced, but all eyes are on whether the Supreme Court will rule for the first time that marital rape can be a crime between married couples. Marital rape is considered a criminal offense in over 100 countries, including the United States, France, and Hong Kong. Lee Ji-yoon, Arirang News.